How's it going, Helldivers? Joe gonna here with some tips on the new Repel Invasion Fleet mission where you have to destroy 50 drop ships as they're landed. I'll go over both solo and team play. Normally, you want to try to drop right there in the middle for solo play. We're take a 380, Orbital Laser, supply pack, and then Sentry, and then experimental stims for your booster. Running a Medkit armor, I took normal for this one. Uh, Main weapon, Eruptor, Ultimatum for the secondary just to kind of break shields, so I can just use one round of the Eruptor into the door to destroy it, and then the main or the main dropship destroyer will be the thermites. I just want to try to get it around the ring or right on top, so that the thermite itself can burn through the shield and then destroy the dropship. So as soon as you drop in here, this is going at 1.3 times just for speed. Drop in a resupply, get the sentry on cooldown. There's a lot of times during this where I didn't keep it on cooldown, but notionally you do want to keep your sentry resupplies and your supply packs on cooldown spread across the map so that inevitably whenever a Leviathan snipes you from across, you can quickly get back into the fight. There's also plenty of stims and grenades all over the map. Never really concerned with ammo on the Eruptor here. Basically just looking around to see where most of these are dropping. I got 2 or 3 in an area. I will try to drop a 380 on them or a laser if I'm just trying to drop it and run if the horde is too close to me. So there, I had 3 right there. I did waste a thermite on one of them. Realized, hey, there's 4 there. I think the laser ends up taking care of all of them. Eruptors take 3 shots, right? 2 to take down the shield, 1 inside the door. Yeah, my laser kind of stalled out there for a second and then finally took care of that 4th one. So really just keep an eye on the map and see where the dropships are clustering up. Dropping the sentry behind me there. Normally, I prefer to keep it in front of me so that they'll be shooting the horde that's going to be trailing behind, right? So that you minimize the chance of them, your own sentry, taking you out as well. Flash mobs really weren't that big of a deal during this run. Anytime they're coming up on you, all right, especially with experimental stim and even with normal armor, you can still keep them off you. Just to keep the horde cleared, dropped a 380 behind me and take care of some of the drop ships as they came down. Again, I saw the flesh mob coming behind me, so stimmed and did a quick tactical circle. Wasn't paying attention to that one there. Harvesters really aren't that scary on this. I didn't get sniped by any of those, as I typically normally do. But I saw, hey, I saw 2 more drop ships over here, so circle back around. Try to get them. Thermite. Try to get it on top. Sometimes they will bounce off. Right, and then I'll take another shot, get it down to purples, and then you'll see the thermite took the rest of the shield down and then cleared out the rest of it. I saw an open door, popped an Eruptor in there real quick. Realized I was not keeping my supply pack up. Again, sentry in front of me. So by the time it drops, it's just taking care of the horde behind me, distracting them for a little bit as well. Keeping the resupplies on cooldown. Now, the good part about the horde being behind you as you're running towards the dropships, a lot of times they will take out the shields for you. And then it's just one quick Eruptor, and the dropship's taken care of. Sometimes it is timing. Got to make sure that you keep a full mag. Right? Anytime you're not actively shooting, just get a reload in. You're going to have plenty of ammo, so you don't need to worry about wasting shots. So 3 shots from it range takes care of them. Right, Ultimatum just to break that shield real fast. Like I knew I had 1 round left in that Eruptor mag, so I didn't want to have to try to get a reload while running away from the group here. Depending on the map, you may or may not be able to break their line of sight. This one was kind of a park area, so really not many areas to be able to break line of sight with the horde that's following me, shooting at me, right? All those elevated overseers. But there's plenty that you will be able to break their line of sight. Dropships were all dropping to the north of me, so I circled back around. I do find on these mega city maps it is very easy to get lost, right? Google Maps isn't there to help you out. And one note, Ultimatum cannot destroy the dropships through the shields, but if the shield is down, the Ultimatum can take them out from any angle. So if you get a thermite on it or close to it and it does end up breaking the shield, at least you can always ultimatum it and take it out real quick without having to have a good line of sight on the door itself. Where I took a look at the map, saw, yep, I've got 2 down, but looking at the status of the mission, you know, I'm not in a rush to try to get over there because I know the horde's right behind me. You never really want to try to run back at the horde. I keep checking the map too to try to remember where I'm seeing these ammo dumps. And a lot of times if you see a lot of sandbags, and missed that Eruptor shot right there because I didn't have one actually chambered. I do that quite frequently where I'll pop a shot and immediately take another action, and then all of a sudden I don't have an Eruptor chambered. But the Stingray helps me out a few times on this map, where it's, I think it took out at least 1 dropship, maybe 2. But if they're also shooting you, they will take out the horde behind you as well. So they help keep it clear. And there was an ultimatum shot right there. I was just trying to break the shield with it. Happened that the shield came down from all of the horde behind me, breaking the shield. So I got a little bit lucky on that one. Again, threw another 380. Again, anytime you have a cluster of ships right there, C3 right there, you kind of do have to be patient. It is over 30 seconds, but you also have to be aware that with how the maps are now, right, your ship might have to reposition to get a good line of sight with a nice wide open map like this. My ship really didn't have to reposition that much. But I see that Leviathan flying around now. It's going to end up sniping me. The purpose of the medkit armor, obviously the extra 2 seconds of stim duration, plus 2 more carryables, right? Pre-stim. Pretty much always keeping it on for that extra damage reduction and speed, as well as stamina. I was starting to run out of some gear, so I was like, it's fine if I end up dying here. And of course, I couldn't break line of sight, so the horde eventually did get me. Coming back up, just ignore your gear at that point. Start working your way back towards the next couple. Again, I wasn't in a rush, only 4 on the ground at this point, but an extra 20 in reserve still. And yeah, that horde sometimes will just get you with just the level of fire. They'll just overcome the stim sometimes. So that's why it's important to try to break their line of sight if at all possible. Get sentries down, clear them out behind you. There, I was just focused on the dropship instead of getting the sentry out first. I knew I was close to breaking a shield. I think I just broke a shield. Next wave starts coming in. They'll have plenty behind me. Wasn't sure if that thermite had stuck. I thought I saw it bounce, so I threw a second one on there. Definitely made sure that that one was taken care of. Any single ones, definitely just stick a thermite as you run past. Busters, just get that orbital on them. An ultimatum coming out just to break that shield for me. And I was hoping the shield would stay down while I took care of this one. And that one voteless standing in the way really messed me up there, because then I had to reload. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to move on from this one. Definitely want to try to avoid running close to the ground overseers, because they will take a swipe at you, start ragdolling you. The horde will close on you very quickly. Thought there was an ammo dump right there since I didn't have my supply pack on there. Nothing in that one, but came over here. Plenty of packs. Reloaded up. Full on stims and grenades. Just trying to get this one as it came down. Missed the first throw. But I knew there was another grenade box in that ammo dump right there. I was a little worried about the horde coming behind me. A little bit of Eruptor backfire right there. Eventually, I want to get it down to a purple shield at least, so the thermite can finish it off. Now, this build is pretty good at solo. I mean, the Leviathans, Stingrays, they're probably going to kill you a couple times throughout the runs. You could probably do this with a shield backpack instead, and just survive off of your Eruptor and any of the supply dumps scattered across the map. Stingray took care of that shield for me. Took the target of opportunity. See my 380 back there, clearing out the rest of that. I really don't feel pressured if you're soloing these to clear everything out as fast as possible. Take your time. There's still plenty of time in the mission to finish all of it. I didn't recall throwing anything on that. I think the Stingray took out that one right there. I saw a POI, so I thought maybe I'd have some more grenades up here, but just stims, which is fine. That'll get me to the next one at least. And I definitely got turned around. I thought I was way further to the east on this one. But most of the horde was out of my line of sight. They were, I don't know if they were still focused on a sentry or if the Stingray had taken them out, but had plenty of time at this point. Like, if you never have the horde on you, just take your time. Clear out the ships one by one. Let's let the Stingray do some work. Realize my resupply's in the middle of the horde. I don't want to try to run back through that right now. Get another sentry down, start clearing out some of those guys behind me. Yeah, I did not get that last Eruptor in the hole itself where they took me out. But Sentry cleared out a few of them for me. I did notice one thing since this last patch, really before, since the new Illuminates came back in. They seem to focus on your corpse. Even after you die, they'll keep focusing. Went over here, grab some more equipment. Tried to kick the grenade away a little bit more, but I figured I could still maneuver my way away from it there. I'm down to the last 10. They're spread across the map a little bit. Got a little bit of area where I could break some line of sight from some of the elevated guys. Try to use that to my advantage. Siege troops doing their duty, acting as some distractions for them. Finally managed to make my way back to my supply pack. Picked it up, started tossing some more thermites on them. If you're running this solo with a supply pack, don't be afraid to stim just because. Right, it gives you that extra speed. So that Stingray would not have gotten me if I had stimmed. So definitely keep the stims on pretty much all the time. You're gonna have like 80-90% of the uptime on stims. I'm just trying to find my supply pack. Realize, oh man, it's right in the middle of this grouping. Really trying to find it at this point, and I eventually just give up. And I see that dropship had its shield down, so I was like, all right, I'll take care of that and then circle back around. Stingray is going to come through and clear out quite a few guys for me. Grab another ammo dump. Pull up, last 4. Pretty easy. What I'm thinking is I'll worry about this one at the drop last. Take a look, and hey, I've got my orbital up, so I can at least drop that on the pair. Try to get that out as far as possible. And it did end up throwing a couple thermites on it. I mean, if I'm running by it, may as well take care of it so they can't spawn anymore. So if it's got just one door, it's going to spawn voteless. If it's got 2 doors, one on each side, it's going to be spawning all the overseers. But I did run out of reinforcements, so at this point I'm trying to play a little bit more cautious just to make sure I do have that extra one coming off a cooldown, which is just coming back up now. So now I'll run back towards the horde because my 2 thermites did not take care of that one that was at the extract. Going down to another sentry. Trying to work my way back. See that Stingray? I was hoping it was going to take down the shield for me. While they were focused on my sentry back there. Figured, alright, I'll run back this way. Grab some more free stems off the ground. Extra thermite just in case. Just to clear that last one out. And now it's just moving to the extract here. Figured I've got the 380 up because I did not use it on those other 2. I know the horde's probably back there somewhere. Just let it lay down some cover fire, take out something. Try to take out that one overseer and missed my last shot on it, but single guy, I was like, I can dodge him for a little bit at least. And I've got enough stims to be able to make it to the extract. And then boom. In and running out. So not too many harvesters or flesh mobs on the map itself. Mostly in the first couple drops. They'll be coming out of the drop ships as they're the ones that'll come down, beam down a group, and then take off again. That's mostly where they're going to be coming from. But the siege troopers throughout the map will slow them down at least. It looks like my sentry took care of quite a few of them. So that's how you run through a solo. It's mostly ignoring the horde. It's throwing thermites and orbitals. And trying to grab any ammo dumps as you can. And then, hey, if you die, hey, it's free ammo. Right, notionally, hopefully you're dying with 0 on your grenades and stims and your supply pack out. But not a high kill count either. It's going to be about a little over 200 there. But that's how you run through a solo, which also does work for team play. So I was playing with some randoms last night. Always got to lockstep up to the mission drop here. So playing with randoms, you can take that solo loadout, but you never really know how the other team's going to play or where they're going to drag the horde through. Right, solo, you have full control of where the horde is and what they're doing for you. So I was trying a slightly different loadout here. Decided to take the shield backpack since I was still figuring out how the mission played out. Using a laser cannon, try to clear out the horde of mobs as well. But you can see ATM placements, 500 kgs, couple sentries. So that's why I was like, I don't really need a sentry. However, I do prefer the machine gun because of the lower cooldown and the less chance of the sweeping fire taking you out. Right, Gatling's just pumping out so much lead that even at a good distance, that Gatling can still take you out. Whereas the machine gun, once you drop it, and you move far enough away, it might hit you once, but less chance of it actually taking care of you. This was a good group. This was a third mission out of a set that I'd dropped into answering an SOS call. So I didn't have any voice comms with these guys. They weren't talking. Landed on top of this building. I was like, oh man, I was not paying attention when we were dropping in. Apparently needed a C1. He just tries to jump for it and ends up dying somehow halfway down. But pre-stim. Permacura's got some great product there. Survived all the way down with some normal fortified armor. Always got to take that leap of faith, but didn't see a haystack around. Pick up my equipment, take a look and see where my teammates are going, where the dropships are. I see they're all going to the north, so I like to spread out. We ended up finishing this mission in about 15 minutes. I won't narrate through all this, but I will leave the gameplay up at least. And I'll put some timestamps down below. But the main thing, if you're running teams on this map, is to spread out, right? Be able to take care of yourself without dragging a horde into another one of your teammates. And have some kind of, I mean, at that point, you can take care of the Leviathans, right? The ATM placements, laser cannon, recoilless, all those weapons good at taking out the Leviathans. Right? AT will break one of the wings notionally, so your laser cannon can do quite a bit more. It probably takes some fire damage, but it just doesn't seem like there's any visual indicator of the fire damage. I see my team spread out on the map. I'm closest to this one. Come over here. I had gas grenades for this loadout as well. Just for crowd control, keep the horde off as I was trying to figure out how this mission actually plays. Hopefully Arrowhead keeps this in the game past this invasion of Super Earth, just because this is fresh, it's very challenging, it's so much fun. But you will see a lot of randoms just quit after they die 2 or 3 times on this mission. It is difficult, but if you're trying to fight the horde's gonna win. Focus on the dropships, right? And then hopefully your sentries will take care of a lot of the illuminate as well as the siege troopers. they'll clear out quite a bit for you. So it is possible to fail this mission as well. If you're not paying attention, right? Say you don't have the mission status up on your UI, because a lot of players don't. I prefer to have it up there just to kind of see how we're doing on the mission. But if that bar that's slowly ticking down there, right? If too many illuminates spawn, uh, the bar really increases the speed once it gets up over 8. I had 11 down at one point trying in this solo run. I wasn't clearing them fast enough. You will fail the objective. All right, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to put out quite a bit more of content. I've also got